All right, so how you doing, Professor G? It's Christian, long time no see. So I'm doing my speech. I actually did my speech on exercising as an athlete, and I just kind of talked about slash want to talk in this demonstration. Want to talk about how, like me being an athlete, how like the typical athlete would exercise year round, um, and like how um I actually have like a couple tips to like for people, that I feel like, or maybe yourself as well, but like anyone, you know what I mean? Somebody in your family maybe can utilize um, just for exercising in general. But I'm gonna get into it. So basically, being an athlete in general, it's not even just from like playing football, but being an athlete in general, um, it's kind of uh mandatory that you exercise year round and that you do the right exercises to keep yourself in shape and in the right form, for the sport that you're playing. And it's not even about like how you look, because most people think it's just like, oh, like I gotta work out to get a nice body. No, like exercising really, when it comes to a sport, your main goal, if you play a sport, like for an athlete, like our main mindset for exercising slash working out, whatever you want to call it, it's to get our bodies, in good enough shape. So like in football wise, it's to get our bodies in good enough shape to where, we can take all the hits and like give all the hits, and, our bodies won't break down in a short amount of time. You know what I mean? And then if it's like, any other sports, it's kind of the same thing, just to keep your body in good enough shape so that your body won't break down in a short amount of time. Because anyone who plays a sport, nobody wants it. Nobody wishes to get hurt or, you know, to miss time from the sport in any way, shape, or form. So when you exercise and you exercise the right way, you put yourself ahead of the game, because by keeping your body in the best shape possible, as far as like lifting weights, like how much muscle you have, or just like your endurance, maximizing both of those things can and will really put you at an advantage as far as being an athlete and being, like someone who doesn't even play sport. But this is for athletes. So for being an athlete, it's honestly mandatory that we do ours, exercising year round. So basically, I'm not gonna be too long. So basically what I wanted to, kind of talk about outside of what I already have, was that a lot of people don't really know, including some athletes, like, because I've even gotten a lot of questions, like, don't really know how to exercise or like what to do for like a specific thing. And like, for me, I've always been a person who loves to learn and like just get better any way I can, because I'm striving for, to fulfill all my dreams. So I'm always open to like learning new things. So, and that's never going to change. So for exercising, a lot of people, if you're an athlete and you're trying to get faster, a lot of athletes think, oh, well, to get faster, I guess I got to run more. No, that's not how that works. You don't just go outside and sprint and you do that for like 30 days straight, consistently. You're not just going to get faster from just running or getting on the treadmill. You're not just going to get on the treadmill and run an hour each day and think that, oh, that's going to get me faster. No, but you're going to have a whole lot of endurance, which is good. But as far as getting faster, there's certain exercises that you need to do to get faster. Like, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that there's stuff in between getting faster. It's not just, oh my gosh, I need to go run. That's actually not going to get you faster at all. But there's exercises and workouts that you do to your, with your, to your body that would get you faster. So like, I'm just going to give one example. So one example that I've learned, and it works wonders for you. If you're trying to get faster, high knee skips. And what an NFL player told me was, you do high knee skips for 5 yards. So, but it's as fast as you can, and your knees need to come up as high as you can. So for those 5 yards, you are busting your chops and trying to get your knees as high as possible, and you're going as fast as possible. So it's gonna look like this. So this is gonna be for 5 yards. So you're gonna do that for 5 yards. And for me, I always do that, and it's honestly, it's great. Like, it's honestly just a great thing to do. It works. And it's really beneficial, and like, that's something you can do to get you faster. And then outside of, a lot of people don't know, the main 3 core lifts to get you faster is a deadlift or RDL. So they kind of go hand in hand together. So you can do deadlift or RDL. That's one, and then squat, and then power cleans. So as far as lifting weights, that's how you can get faster. And then that's really it for that. And then one more thing, as far as getting stronger goes, a lot of people think, oh, like, to get stronger, like, I can just go in the gym and just do curls, or just bench press, or I just need to do push-ups. It's not that simple, but at the same time, it's not as complicated as a lot of people think. But it's definitely not as simple as, oh my gosh, every day I need to do like 10 sets of push-ups. No, you need to trick your body and do different things. That's why one day I lift weights and work out that way. And then the next day, I'll do body weight stuff. So like, I'll do push-ups one day. I'll do a bunch of sets of push-ups one day, and anything else that's just body weight with no weights. And then I'll do weights the next day. So it's just about tricking your body so your body doesn't get used to the same old stuff. Or because if that's the case, that I personally learned, you know, if your body, when it gets used to the same old stuff, you won't see any like growth or like even getting stronger, because your body's used to it already, if that makes sense. It didn't really make sense to me until like it was explained to me. So I just kind of take what I can get, you know, in any way I can get better, and I just run with it. So also, a lot of people don't know, like, if you are going to do, when you're working out, when you are lifting or even doing bodyweight stuff like push-ups, there's a correct way to do things. So like, I'm just gonna do a push-up. So if I'm doing a push-up, you might see a lot of people do push-ups like this. That's not a push-up. Like, you're not gonna gain anything from that. So this is the correct way to do a push-up. Set your feet, set your hands, they should be shoulder width apart, and you go all the way down and up, and all the way down and up. Each rep should be just like that. And you don't wanna rush it out. And it's the same when you're bench pressing. So like, as I'm going slow, but explode up. So it's not, you don't want to go like that, because that's never good for you either. Because at that point, that's not working strength. That's more so working your endurance, and barely that. That's just you not being efficient on doing push-ups or any type of lift that you try and bang out really fast with not proper form. It's always good to have proper form. So as far as athletes go, and like me being one, that's how I train and exercise year round. I just try to make sure I have all the proper, how do I put it? I guess I always make sure I try and have all the proper forms for everything I'm doing, whether it's push-ups or bench press or power clean or squat. Form is everything. Without form, if your form isn't flawless, like if you don't care, if your form isn't efficient, then you're not gonna make any gains whatsoever. A lot of people don't know that either. Everything is about form. You should always sacrifice form for weight, always. You should always sacrifice how efficient your form is for weight. So if your form isn't right, it's most likely because the weight is way too high. So there's nothing wrong with putting the weight down. A lot of athletes don't know that though, because everything's a contest between athletes. Everybody thinks, oh, I need to put 350 pounds on the bar. No, that's not how that works. That's not even smart, because if your form's not right, then that's not going to get you anywhere. So for athletes, that's kind of how that's how I do it. And that's how, you know, from what I've seen, that's how a lot of athletes do too. They just, you know, take it very seriously and do the right, proper training exercises it takes to get, you know, whatever you're trying to actually work on and get better at. There's certain exercises you need to do. So that's how us athletes kind of do it. You know, we just take it very seriously, and we make it mandatory, and we just do it, you know, year round. So, hope you enjoyed the video, Professor G. It sucks that I didn't get to see you for like the remainder of the semester. You know, I actually missed class and giving speeches in front of the class, and when I hear what everybody else had to say. But it's my final speech on exercising for athletes, and I hope you have a good summer, Professor G. See you later.